You're the Grinch!
Jim Carrey is the Grinch.
Welcome back to the 13 Reviews of Christmas. My name is Dylan Gable, and today I'm talking about The Grinch, released in 2000. The film is directed by Ron Howard, and it stars Jim Carrey as the Grinch. And, if you're familiar with the story of the Grinch, this movie definitely tackles that. Yeah, I don't need to explain what that is. But also it deals with why the Grinch hated Christmas, you know? Okay, so what do I think of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Because this is a very polarizing movie. I'm on the side that really enjoys this movie. I really enjoy this movie a lot. I think it's very creative with its production. Kind of looks like a Tim Burton movie sometimes. It's kind of odd for a Ron Howard movie, but, you know, that's cool. The production's really cool. This movie also has a phenomenal performance by Jim Carrey as the Grinch. I thought he was phenomenal in this movie. He's awesome. He's really funny. He has some really great lines. He has some really good comedic timing. Really good physical comedy, too. There's also some really good visual gags in this movie, like a ton of them. They're really good. This movie has, kind of like Jingle All the Way, just has this, but even more so than that, it just has this, has this message on what Christmas is really like these days, and this movie goes even further into that. Like, it's just all about getting presents and shit like that. They don't really view family as a more important thing. They just care about the gifts. You know, there's just stuff like that. It's kind of honest about what the holiday season really is like nowadays. I mean, this movie is over 20 years old, and even back then it was like that, so, yeah. But yeah, besides some very creative production design, some really good comedy, and an awesome performance by Jim Carrey, is there lots of other things to praise this movie for? Oh, absolutely. I thought Jim Carrey and who the fuck plays Cindy Lou Who? I forgot her name, but anyways, they have really good screen chemistry together too, especially at the end where it gets very heartfelt. I thought they work really well off each other. They're really good. And yeah, the chick that plays Cindy Lou Who, she's a really good child actress too. I actually really liked her performance quite a bit. She actually did a surprisingly good job. What else? Yeah, this movie has a lot of heart behind it too. Like, even the parts where, like, the Grinch is just being an absolute dick, there's still a few moments of genuineness to there. This movie does kind of feel genuine at times, which a lot of people don't seem to agree with me on, but yeah, this movie, by the end, does feel very genuine, even though it's very, like, humorous and stuff like that. A lot of really crass humor in this movie too. That's one thing that I will say. For a Dr. Seuss movie, I mean, it's not as crass as The Cat in the Hat is. Maybe I might review that one day. That's one of my biggest guilty pleasures. That movie is fucking funny. I don't care what people say, but that's a very crass movie. And this movie gets pretty crass too, just not to that extent, but like there's a part where like the Grinch fucking has his face in what the fuck, that chick that he had a really big crush on. Martha May, that's it. Yeah, like he fucking has his face in her tits and stuff like that. He makes a racist joke too. It's like, oh, it's because I'm green, isn't it? Like that shit was good. That was a really good joke. I love that. And what or when he puts the mistletoe towards his ass and tells people to kiss him. Like, holy fuck. Like, yeah, this movie gets pretty crass, but to me it's funny. There's a ton of funny jokes in this movie. But yeah, overall, is there any like actual issues with this movie? I will say this movie is a bit too long. This movie is like, what, an hour and 45 minutes, something like that? This movie could have been an hour and a half. There's some parts of this movie that could have been cut out. And, what else? Not every joke lands. Like, everything from Jim Carrey lands, but then there's stuff from the other actors in this movie where, like, they're trying to be funny, it just it isn't delivered the best. Kind of falls flat. The jokes can be a little weak. But other than that, I think this is a really solid movie. I'm on the side that really enjoys this movie. I think it's a really good Christmas movie. It's not exactly a good Dr. Seuss adaptation, but it's a good movie, in my opinion. Ron Howard did a good job. Like I said, the movie's just a bit too long and not every joke lands, but other than that, I really like this movie. And Jim Carrey, man, he gives one hell of a performance, so there's that. I'm going to give How the Grinch Stole Christmas an A-. So what'd you think of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Comment below, let me know, and if you like my stuff, you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.